boys and girls, welcome back to my kitchen. Are you ready to do a little fun springtime treat baking without baking? Okay, let's get started. So Mom and Dad, the first thing that you're going to do is take that that heavy cream that I asked you to buy, and in a pot on the stove, you're going to heat up 3/4 of a cup of that heavy cream and take that chocolate bar and break it up. Once that cream starts to bubble, then put the chocolate in and stir it up real good and melt it. That's all you need to do. It'll make a nice chocolate ganache. Now, I told you 3/4 of a cup, and that would make a little small pan size of our treat. But since I have a whole house full of people, there's 5 of us here now, I'm making it in a bigger pan. So I actually did a cup and a half of the heavy cream and 4 chocolate bars. I quadrupled everything. But if you're just going to make a little small couple servings, then 3/4 of a cup of cream and that 4-ounce chocolate bar or 4 ounces of chocolate chips will be fine. So when that's all melted, it makes this beautiful chocolate ganache. Yum, yum, yum. The other thing that I said we need is graham crackers and peanut butter or fluff that goes on your peanut butter fluffernutter sandwiches. Also, as you can probably guess, this project gets a little sticky. So I would suggest maybe not wearing your best clothes to do this and be ready to wash your, see, just opening up that lid, my fingers got sticky. So be ready to wash your hands when you're done. Now, one of the secrets to this is wax paper or parchment paper. You want to line your pan with the parchment paper or wax paper and leave a bunch hanging out over the edges. That way, when your treat is done, you can just pick it up out of the pan. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do, this is going to sound a little silly, but we're going to glue our graham crackers into the pan to keep them from sliding around when we do all of our layers. So take a little bit of that fluff and put it on the back of your graham cracker and stick it in your pan. You might have to break up some of your graham crackers to fill the bottom of your pan, but that's perfectly fine. Graham crackers don't mind it if you break them up. They're just as delicious broken as they are whole. Okay. Now you can see I got 3 across the bottom of my pan, and then I'm going to break one to fill that gap at the bottom. So I'm just going to glue that down and glue that down. And then I have one more little corner. I'm going to glue that down. Okay, and that makes everybody's waiting for this to get finished. That makes our graham crackers stick so they won't slide around too much. Because what we're going to do now is put a layer of that ooey gooey fluff on top of those graham crackers. Yum, yum, yum. Just spread it all around. And since they're sticking to the paper, it's not moving around while I try to spread that on. It's a little tip to make this project go better. So take your time. There's no rush. Just slather that with a thin layer of marshmallow fluff. Now, if you have a favorite meringue recipe, Mom or Dad, you could use that as well. Wouldn't that be delicious? Meringue's a tricky beast to make. You have to make sure it peaks right, and you make it with egg whites. This is just much more simple. Okay, so there we have our first layer of marshmallow and crackers. Now the next thing we do is put on another layer of graham crackers. Stick them right on there. It'll take me about the same amount. 4 on each layer. And then a broken one at the bottom. Simple, simple. And everything's sticking so nicely to that marshmallow. My fingers are sticking together too. Okay, put another layer of marshmallow on. You get the idea here? This is a layered snack. Multiple layers of deliciousness. Let's turn my pan and do the other side. Oh, yum, yum, yum. It helps to use a spreader like this. It fits nicely in the pan, and it does a good job spreading that yummy marshmallow around. Now, if you were doing it in your smaller pan, you'd do the exact same thing. It would probably just be 2 graham crackers across the bottom. Stick them down the same way on the parchment paper, make your layers. Now this time, instead of the next layer being another graham cracker, we're gonna pour on some of our, see, that's what it looks like so far. And now we're gonna pour on some of our yummy, yummy chocolate. Just drizzle it over. It's still warm, and that's okay. Make a nice drizzly layer. Okay, and I put mine into this measuring cup so with the pour spout, so it'll be easier to pour. All right, see there? Now we have a layer of chocolate on top. I wish my iPad would flip so I could flip the screen. I can also hold this up like this to show you. Nice layer of chocolate on there. Okay, well that made it run. Okay, now we're gonna put on another layer of graham crackers. You getting the idea here? Is this starting to make sense? Layers and layers and layers. Now I'm going to use probably 2 whole packs of graham crackers, but if you do the small pan, you probably only just need to use 1. Okay. Like I said, I got a house full of people here. I have 3 kids that are doing their homeschooling here. One's in high school, one's in college, and one is in middle school. So all kinds of different work being done here. It gets real quiet when everybody's on their computers. Okay, now I'm putting another layer of marshmallow. This one's a little trickier because now the crackers want to slide around in that chocolate, so you have to kind of get your fingers in there and get a little sticky. But what fun is it if you don't get a little messy? That's my motto, I think. All right. Did you ever have a peanut butter and fluff sandwich? I know some people are allergic to peanut butter, but you could have sun butter and fluff. They sell fluff now that is gluten-free if you have an allergy to gluten. Okay, so now I have another layer of fluff, and I'm going to put another layer of graham crackers on top. Okay, you get the idea, right? So take your time, no rush. Okay, so now on top of this layer of graham crackers, I'm going to put another layer of fluff. This uses a lot of marshmallow. So I don't put the layers on real thick. I spread them out kind of thin so that you don't get way too much marshmallow. It's just the right amount if you do a nice thin layer. Okay, spread, spread, spread that all around. And fortunately, this is not a dessert or a treat that has to look pretty. Okay? So as you can see, we now have another layer of marshmallow. And I'm going to drizzle on more chocolate. Ooh, lots and lots of chocolate. It's okay if it goes down the sides. Okay, and you keep on going with your layers until you run out of room or chocolate, whichever comes first. I'm going to finish this up, and then I'll check back with you when it's all done to tell you what we do next. Okay, so if you're all done making your layers, your treat should look like this. Okay, and now we basically just have to, remember the last one we had to wait? We have to wait for this one too. We're going to put this in the refrigerator until tomorrow. Yes, it has to stay in the refrigerator at least 12 hours. So if you're watching this video early in the day, I'm making it at 10:30 in the morning. So this wouldn't be ready to eat until 10:30 at night. And quite frankly, at 10:30 at night, I am sound asleep. So we'll save this treat for tomorrow. It needs to refrigerate for about 12 hours for that chocolate to get a little hardened and everything to stick together. And then when you take it out of the refrigerator, you'll be able to lift it right out with that paper. You won't have to pry it out or anything. And then you can unfold the paper and cut it up. And what I like to do is take another little dollop of the fluff, the marshmallow fluff, and just kind of drop it on the top of each little serving so that you get a sweet, sweet, bitter, savory bite with each and every chomp. So I will show you my finished product tomorrow, and I hope you enjoy making this fun, sweet treat for Easter. I hope you have a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day out there. Get outside, enjoy those signs of spring. Thank God for our beautiful world and all that is in it. Happy Easter.